Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the One Pot Wonder. We are in class 4 of session 7. So when I say that every week, that just means that we're into session 7. So the last 6 sessions, we've done 6 weeks in each session. And so we've been doing this for a while, and it's just an extra helping hand through COVID and to recover through COVID. Because finances are tight, you may be sick, or you may need just a little extra help to kind of get you through and be involved in the program. So we're going to make some home style chicken soup, and we are thanking a lot of people for today's food. We have the CIP program, which is the Community Initiative Program. We received a grant from them, so they assist us each week with providing this program. And we also have the Pincher Creek Food Center that graciously offer every week. And they give us, you're going to have some extra things in your bag this week, some cereal and peanut butter, and we have a bread and cookies. Yeah, so we have a few extras this week for you. Also, too, we just want to give a great big thank you to Pagani Child and Family Services. They continue to come out faithfully each week for us and help us with bags and deliveries. And we have some community members that have come and stepped up to just help volunteer. So great big thank you to everybody. And of course to Kim Hurst, who's behind the camera for us today. So thank you, Kim. Okay, so we're gonna get started. I did up your recipes, but I owe you an apology because when I did the recipes, I gave you the ingredients with a photo of what it's gonna look like, but I forgot to put the directions. So I will put it and post it on your group. And it's very, very basic. We're going to have a liquid base with our chicken bouillon and water. And then we're first going to add in our hard vegetables like our carrots and celery and our onions, garlic, and let them saute a little bit to kind of soften them up. And then we're going to add our liquids and our chicken. And we're not going to put our egg noodles in until the very end. Otherwise, you'll have very soggy noodles. So we're going to get started, and we'll meet you at the stove. So we're going to crush up this garlic, and last week we also had a little bit of a demonstration on how to do that. So if you've got your full bulb of your garlic, you can just crush it down, like just push down on it, and it'll help to separate into your cloves. So my suggestion is you can do that with your individual clove, and it helps to bust up the skin that's on it, but for some reason this one didn't work. So you want to take all of your skin off of your clove, and then just give your ends a trim, and this one has a bit of a bruising on it, so we're going to take that off. And your recipe calls for 3 cloves. And so my suggestion is you can put as much garlic as you like. It's kind of to your taste bud. Some people eat it every day raw. So we're just going to chop this up, and we're going to use 3 cloves in it. Your recipe will call for about 3 carrots and about 3 stalks of celery, a full onion, and then you have your cooked chicken, which is a great added bonus because it's already cooked. So you can just kind of tear that apart and put it into kind of bite-sized pieces, or string it with the grain of the meat. And then we just compile it all together. So we're gonna let these harder vegetables saute first. And if you don't want to and you don't have time and you're chasing the kids, you can always just put it all in together. Don't put your noodles in though, leave those for the end. But you can definitely put everything else together and just let it simmer in its soup base. And so These are, so we're gonna put this garlic in. And in your recipe, you'll notice that there's some options that you can add some spices to. And that is, you can add some poultry seasoning to this. You can add, I've even heard people put like some squeezed lemon in it. You can put parsley. I'm just gonna put a little bit of salt, not too much, because your chicken bouillon base is quite salty. So I would suggest that you add your bouillon first and then add your salt accordingly. So we're gonna add a little bit of butter into this simmering. It calls for a couple tablespoons. I think that's probably enough. And I feel like the one left-handed. Being left-handed and having a mixed up left hand doesn't help very good. All right, so we're gonna just let this simmer for a little bit and we'll be back.
I'm ready.
Okay, so our vegetables are sauteed now. They're not really soft yet, but they are in the process. And so we have 8 cups of water, and we're gonna use about half of our bottle of chicken bouillon, like the liquid. This is very concentrated, so if you don't want, I would just do a little at a time. And like I said, I wouldn't go more than half a bottle to start with. And we're just gonna mix this up in the water. And then we're gonna just pour it in. And then I've already done this one. So, I mean, you could put less or more liquid if you choose. I'm going to also add the shredded chicken. So if you choose, you can just kind of string it apart, or you can cut it up into cubes, however you like. But for today, we're just gonna do it in just tearing it apart. And we're gonna let this cook for a little while now. And then if you find that the liquid bouillon is too strong, just add a little extra water to it. And then we're gonna just add a little bit extra pepper, which is why I'm kind of nasally at the moment, because I was sneezing. Not over the food, but... And we're gonna just let that cook a little bit and we'll be back. So we've let the soup simmer with the vegetables and the chicken in it for about 10-15 minutes. And so now we're gonna add in your egg noodles. Egg noodles are really thin, and if you put them in too soon, they will kind of go quite soggy on you. So I suggest that when you're ready to put your noodles in, put them in just before you're all ready to sit down and eat. It will, all right. I'm not doing very well there. There we go. So I would start with about a half a bag, and we're gonna put them in to cook. You'll want your soup to kind of come to a bit of a boil, and we're just gonna let these cook for about 2 minutes or so. They don't take very long at all, so we'll let that cook for a few minutes. Maybe I'll put just a few more in. And then you're ready to eat. So we'll be back shortly.